Y'all hear me out there? You guys can hear? Perfect. Cool. Perfect. I can't recall the message my grandma preached, nor a prayer she prayed. What I do remember though is how she sang. My grandmother sang as if her voice held the whole world in her song. She was a songstress, plagued by poverty, who Ephesians 6 herself for war waged against her in Genesis. Neighbored so close to brown versus board that she could smell hate burning in classrooms every morning as she walked through hallways under fiery glares of a segregated school. Yet, it never lost her voice to the toxic fumes, because she was God embodied in beauty and blackness, who could baptize amazing grace to be cleansed from sins of his master, lifted from waters as a beautiful redemption song worthy of being poured over our heads after worship. She was a minister of music who sang in tongues, mahogany spirituals, echoing Negro rituals, carried through a lineage of congregants crucified like Christ as crooks, coons, colors sketched black on auction blocks where they were sold by sellers and stripped from their families. Yet the conjure pours from their core with a harmony so elegant that you couldn't tell held pain under praise. Same way our flowers bloom, our gardens bloom, leaving us to build a birthing ground to burning gardens, even with our minds buried under depression. Same way church members woke up Sunday morning to see Dylan Roof shoot Saints in Sanctuary, yet still put on their Sunday's best for Bible study and faith that God will grant them a hymn that healed the hurt. You see, we are artists who've learned how to paint our scars in glory, even when robbed of canvas and colors. Masters of modern technology who conquered English devices created to keep us compliant, yet used as tools of resistance against a system that can't keep us silent. Schools that avert tension from those who have banned books, yet can't turn ears from flowers whose petals point towards trees carrying truth. Feds fixed on finding ways to cancel Billie Holiday, yet can't turn attention from strange fruits. FBI arresting rappers rhyming from roots, turning black thoughts into better roots, as if our tongues can never taste the bitter hate thrown at us. You may not go to church or even believe in a God, same way you may never fully understand our wordplay, rhythm, and witty world in which we inhabit, but you will feel our art, our dance, our music, our poetry, the same way I did when my grandma sang. Y'all can do a little snapping thing too if y'all want to. That's definitely what I know. I didn't say when I was done, but I always be assuming. You shouldn't assume things. So I appreciate y'all. This is a cool little intimate crowd, so I appreciate y'all for being here with the cool stories you're gonna share, the dope art. Could y'all give it up for King Supreme, one of the best DJs in the area? If y'all can give it up for him real quick, that'd be greatly appreciated. He got the 90s music video white on today. I told him it's like a Faith Evans. We can't mention Diddy anymore. He kind of made that not fun anymore. So You know. And then we got over here Anthony Collins. Can you guys give it for Anthony Collins? He's going to be playing keys and saxophone. So this little showcase we're doing is a multitude of things. You know, when I first talked to Jay about this, he just wanted us to kind of share poetry with music and all that and support a venue. We're doing this for the support of the venue. Also, kind of inadvertently, I turned 34 this week, like 2 days ago. Thank you. My legs feel a little bit more cramped than usual. That's about the only difference and stuff. But also, again, it's just a celebration of the arts and stuff in the community, and just kind of like raising proceeds for a lot of great stuff we're doing with the kids, whether it be in this part of the area, outside the country, and all that. It's all kind of for what we do in the arts in the area. So you guys are supporting that with that. We're also going to be doing a little bit of everything tonight too. So as you guys see, I have like t-shirts and hoodies. If you guys want any of those, just holler at me for the price and all that. I also got a typewriter. I know it's super old school, but I like typewriting poems. So we got little poems on demand. And how it works is that you tell me what you want me to write. In about 5 to 10 minutes, I'll have it cranked out, put it in a little frame for you, and have it to take home. So we're doing everything kind of like revolving around the arts tonight. So if you want any of those things, we'll do a little intermission to my poems for y'all to kind of get a hold of those little things we're doing tonight. So yeah, we're gonna jump into another poem real quick. And I'm gonna share some new stuff too, but everything's new because I don't really know y'all like that, so that's the cool part. When I go days without stopping by my parents' home, my mom will text me saying, "Come get some food at the house. And I made some soup, you should come get some." You know, I made some really good chicken salad the other day, knowing that I will never say no to her cooking because I understand the cooking is her love language. One that's been passed down for generations of grandmas, aunties, and ancestors of Mississippi, country kinfolk culinary artists who crafted dishes from table scraps, carrying bones of a segregated South tossed at our feet in contempt, yet always found ways to add love to every plate. And that's why cornbread always tasted like a warm heaven. Collard greens and mac and cheese carried scent that brought comfort. Chicken, seasoned, carrot, fried in cast iron skillets. Fried in cast iron skillets always brought families together, same way church gathers congregants. Yeah, if we're honest, it ain't the most healthiest with this high cholesterol content. And we know that food disparities in black homes cause stroke and high blood pressure, but I cannot deny the holiness that a mother's cooking can bring. How it always brings boys home. Always make sure that we're fed. Even on days that I starve myself. Waking up mornings with eyes that feel like they never rested. Stomach empty with aches and pains that sit at the dinner table of my mind, gossiping of the shame written on walls of my spirit, so my soul stays feeding on lies like leftovers that I keep preserved in cold chamber of chest, frigid-hearted and hungry for a helping hand, though keeping mouth shut as I swallow suffering in silence. And I know that closed mouths don't get fed, but sometimes opening up is exhausting. It feels like carrying heavy loads of dirty dishes within the sink of my psyche that I tell myself ain't filled, because to be man in this country is to carry heavy ground on your plate and act like it don't exist. And my mother, she knows this. And that's why she tells me to come home. To come home. Where I can hear the prayers of Grandma Pew as plates are handed out. When this world deems me invisible man, the yammers around me who I am, when the world tells me what I am not. As I return to the dinner table like altar, laying down my head heavy of all my burdens, as I hear my mom say, whatever happened to you out there, while you're here, you're forgiven and healed. So next time my mom texts me saying, "Come get some food at the house," I will never say no to her cooking, because understand that cooking is her love language. My spirit's been starving. Oh. Y'all can snap all that. Thank y'all. So I like doing these like small intimate crowds, honestly, because like, you know, it's less pressure to like per se perform. You know, I perform, obviously. I've been doing this for like 10 years, but it's always cool when I can just share new pieces that I don't feel like I have to perform and all that. And I've written a lot of awesome stuff that I haven't had memorized. So I want to share some new poems with y'all. Can I do that real quick?
Yes, sir.
Cool. I got some cool ones. I'm excited. I mean, I think as a writer, you always get excited of like new poems and all that. But these new ones are something special. So definitely, I'm gonna follow Mr. Anthony and his keys and pull up this new one. Yeah, you guys are gonna like this one. I like it though. Maybe I'm being biased, but. Yeah, I like that. That's dope. Hey, let's get some snaps for Mr. Anthony Collins real quick. This is a beautiful player, man. So, in a conversation with my friends, I realized that there is one power that would be absolutely dangerous in my hands. And it ain't super strength, nor invisibility, nor x-ray vision, but the ability to stop time. And there's a reason for this. There's a couple reasons for this. Reason one, I'd be petty as hell in arguments. I'd make my points, pause the other person, and always get the last word. Reason two, I would treat it as an Irish goodbye when stuck in conversations that drag on till the lights turn on, bars shut down, and social batteries been tapped. Reason three, if this power to press pause button on planet was placed in my palms, chances are I will forget to let time go. You see, I am a graduate from the University of ADHD, double majored in distraction, procrastination. Every time I remember to give time back her sands borrowed from her hourglass, I would find myself stuck in a deja vu where she slips between my fingers, only to fall back into my palms to be used all over again. I have a habit of treating time terribly, abusing her hours, filling every minute with to-dos that seem to never get done, telling her that I ain't text her back because I've been busy. And when I say busy, I mean buried under saying yes just for the sake of avoiding no. You see, she's a healer, though I call her crippling, a hurdle setting me back in a race that only exists in my head that we so often call a marathon, though the hustle has no finish line. And track, I was trained to try to outrun time, break records to push my limits of body that always left me collapsing at the end of course. I'm a city so often divided against myself, on the edge of falling to burnout, trying to hold myself up long enough to build a foundation that won't function correctly if I'm not taking care of myself the way I take care of it. And if I'm honest, so many of us are terrible with time. The pimps are out for our work, no play hustle mentality, which is just low to middle class version of capitalism, giving ourselves so much to the grind that we make no more time for each other, our families, and ourselves. And for that time, I owe you an apology. For times I acted like I couldn't give you attention, leave my phone at home along with all things I tell myself I have to do today as a practice of escaping being present, robbing us both of a gift that is constantly here and gone, always granting second chances and seconds. This fleeting gift we love so much that we pray God gives us more, as opposed to enjoying her right here and right now. May I drive a little more slower on road trips, stand still in the middle of lights of Chicago streets, stare at moon over Lake Michigan, as if this is the only time that I will notice how truly stunning time is when I let her go. Poem. Thank y'all. It's cool sharing new poems with y'all. You know, that's cool. I appreciate y'all being open to all of that, definitely. So we'll do one more poem, and I'm going to have my brothers up here kind of jam. And like I said, y'all can holler at me. If any of my poems like spoke to you, I always tell my students that or tell people that if a poem spoke to you, say thank you to that poet, you know. So if that is the occasion, feel free to say thank you to me back there. But if you want a poem on demand and a frame and all that, holler at me too. But we're gonna do one more and just kind of jam for a second and share some more poems. You know what? Let's do that. You said you had the Curtis Mayfield joint. You want to do that one real quick? Yeah, we'll do something a little funky. So we had the heartfelt stuff. This is still heartfelt, but it's a little funky, a little bit. How many of y'all know Curtis Mayfield's Pusher Man? Raise your hands. No shame if you don't. Look, okay, I like this. Look at that. Okay. So this poem is called If Curtis Mayfield's Pusher Man Auditioned as Depression. I'm your mother's Holy Ghost that had her possessed even in prayerful practice. I'm your daddy's dark thoughts he ignored through 9 to 5 distractions. Invoked out the nerve to say that I don't exist. I'm that brother in the alley of every queen's dreams, every ghetto prick's self-esteem, pushing poison by the pound. I'm your pusher man. And that means you both junkie and fiend. Remember that time you was trying to dial a prescription? I was the doctor who fed you overdose before bed where you prayed to never wake up. Your friends who could flip an ounce of shame to a brick, leaving your soul heavy with doubt. Your main boy who sees your pride and was something but to cut your mane with same blade dope boys use behind closed doors, where they break down, stretch scars past limits, bag up emotions till I've corner of their conscience. I'm a hustler moving eighths of your heart, quarters of your willpower, keys leave you zip-locked in your mind when you refuse to open up the door knocks that sound like wellness checks, but you hear battering rams, confusing friends for cops, ignoring they calls, same way you ignore your empty stomach. Same way you brush off sleep like dust and debris on wood floor that's so good at covering up when guests come over. I mean, you grew up watching your pops play spades. Observe how he kept cards close to chest, kept poker face through stress, taught you how to fold under pressure, and now you just chip off the old block, boy. Acting super fly to them, keeping secrets and lie to them, but how long can a good thing last? For you trip over life's hurdles, chasing these highs in rotation, praying this too shall puff pass. I'm your pusher man. And I see our war with your demons, head split like church. I mean, I'm in the pews and pulpits, preaching passages that drag you through hell. Tell every cell in your body that you can never be free. Long as I'm your God, you can never make the world what you want it to be. I mean, your sister still had the bruises from my hits. Your cousin's eyes glazed over from my shit. Your uncle been locked up for over a decade for moving weights, pushing my product behind his brain cells. I know you ain't never been to jail before, but can tally how many times they kept you prisoner to your thoughts that speak to the solitary confinement of your conscience, where you become a danger to yourself. Awaiting the day where you muster up the courage to jump off that cliff before the fear of heights holds you back. Don't you see? Don't you see? This is more than suicidal idolation. Sadness that has desperation, a quick fix to rehabilitation. This is an addiction you're facing. And I know you can make it. I know you can break it, but that's why I gotta keep you my customer. Keep you bought into the smoke over your eyes till everything goes black. I'm the plug to a bad machine, turning you off to all the power goes bad. The re-up that keeps you coming back. I am your pusher man. Thank y'all. So we're going to get to a little short intermission as the brothers jam and all that. Take time to get a drink, because as my brother Jay and all the awesome staff is enjoying this, like, they're still working, so get a drink from them, get a tip from them and all that. And again, I'll be back here. I'm a little typewriter, so if you want a little typed up poem on demand, just holler back there, and we'll come back with a few more poems and kind of just jam out and socialize the rest of the night. Thank y'all again.